Hello everyone, we are the laureate team. Welcome behind the canvas.
Our movie is about the creative emancipation of a young artist.
Inspired by Her, Maniac or Black Mirror, we wanted to blur the edge between fiction and reality, using visual effects to serve the storytelling.
Pragmatism was our guiding principle. We used real props to create a messy artist loft which contrasted with the simulation.
I extended the set with CGI assets and camera mapping to make it more believable.
Natural light in studio was key to making the artist loft seem real. So I used homemade Fresnel filters, gobos and diffusers to create soft shadows and realistic decay. Then I did a reproduction in CG using photometric lighting and HDRI.
For the CG forest, I created an asset bank using Houdini, Maya, SpeedTree and my own photogrammetries. To underscore realism, I focused on placement, developing a distribution system based on my observations of the forest.
Then, to add depth to the CG forest, I created some shots using matte painting.
As we had changeable weather, I created a specific lighting for almost every shot, integrating the assets in the plates. All the while, my lightboards guided the storytelling, evoking a strong mood through dramatic photography with contrasting tones and tuneful colors.
The forest appearance inside our character's loft presented another big challenge. As VFX supervisor, I found creative ways to simplify the post-production process without dampening our ambitions or interfering with the lighting. We used small keying screen when possible, and created our own practical effects like walls that could be lowered on set.
Bastien and I did the keying and the color grading to harmonize the CG and the live-action shots in both the apartment and the forest. Then I did the finishing using DaVinci Resolve.
For the rendering, I created a custom Arnold rope in Houdini for an efficient pipeline workflow. Then I prepared the scripts to give the compositors more control.
For the simulation, I wanted a contrast between the real and the surreal with graphic effects, but it had to maintain a certain cohesion. So our third big challenge was technical integration of abstract effects into a realistic environment.
We developed an FX style without physical references. There's a thin frontier between the real and the virtual. For each FX shot, I define a process to match the artistic direction. Working with custom velocity fields, noises and particle simulation, I maintain a procedural workflow which sped up production. To make the effects interact with the live footage, I use roto animation for the most important shots and photogrammetries to confirm the sets. This allowed emission and interaction with the particles and the velocity fields.
The dance shot is full of FX interactions, so we used it as a template to develop the FX compositing. In Nuke, I keyed out the screen, rotoscoped the legs, using our retimed clean plate as a background. We did many experiments to find the right level of abstraction. Then, we applied the same process to the whole sequence.
The dead tree is a metaphor for the character's lack of creativity. I mixed photogrammetries and created alpha brushes to add detail. For its rebirth, I laid out the trunk and branches in SpeedTree, matching the concept art. I also created two bark textures, normal and burnt, and a morphing setup to blend the two. I finally created unfinished assets to help the FX integrate into the simulated world our character is lost in.
Thank you for entering the world of Lore. We hope you enjoyed our universe.